Edo Connect is sponsored by Ep2.0. Welcome to Edo Connect, the fortnightly news summary from the Edo international communities worldwide. My name is Lace My Man, and here are the headlines. In London, Franca Asemota gets 22 years for trafficking women and girls from Nigeria. British Transport Police launch a probe after young Edo boy Aihie said he was left shaking and bruised when officers pinned him to the ground and hooted him for arguing with his girlfriend. Travel warning: the USA wants the citizens to stay away from 20 states in Nigeria, including Edo State. Iara Oshiomole speaks about the love she's received from the Edo women and the calmness of her husband at home. Are we talking about Adams? Next, we look at the election update and the mood on ground with Monique Okike. In sports, the legendary skipper Stephen Keshi is laid to rest. Edo Connect is sponsored by Ep2.0. A female people smuggler who forced dozens of girls into prostitution and slavery using the threat of witchcraft is facing jail. Franca Asemota, also known as Auntie Franca, used Heathrow Airport as a hub to traffic at least 40 girls and young women into Europe from remote Nigerian villages. The 38-year-old promised them jobs, education, and a better life, then used witchcraft threats and violence to force them into European sex trade. Her gang even managed to snatch back 2 girls who had been rescued and put in foster care in Woven, West Sussex, London. Today, Asemota, originally from Benin City, Nigeria, was found guilty on 8 counts of conspiracy to traffic people into sexual exploitation by a jury at Isleworth Crown Court. The trafficking first came to light when border agency officials stopped 2 groups in September and November of 2011, traveling on false passports. Auntie Franca fled from Britain to Nigeria in 2011, hoping to evade justice. Others arrested in England were Odosa Usiobaifo, 14 years, David Usawaru, 9 years, and Kate Iga, who was acquitted. Police are to launch an investigation after young Edo boy Aihie said he was left bruised and shaken when officers pinned him to the ground and hooted him for arguing with his girlfriend. British Transport Police say it had launched an investigation, but said Aihie became aggressive after police intervened in an argument between him and his girlfriend, and he threatened to spit at the officers. His girlfriend, Jessica McCorney, can be seen in distress in the clip, claiming that the couple were having an argument and police arrested him.
100% fair. Please record this. Please, come on. Let the people record this. Record this, please. Please, no, please.
Aihie was held in a cell overnight in Islington and released the next day without charge. McCorney has now complained to the force, claiming it used excessive force. The United States government has warned its citizens to stay away from 20 states of Nigeria, describing them as unsafe. The directive was contained in an updated travel warning released on Wednesday, August 3, 2016. The warning reads in part: the Department of State warns U.S. citizens of the risk to travel to Nigeria and recommend U.S. citizens avoid all travel to Adamawa, Borno, and Yobe states because the security situation in northeast Nigeria remains fluid and unpredictable. The department recommends against all but essential travel to the following states due to the risk of kidnappings, robberies, and other armed attacks: Bauchi, Bayelsa, Delta, Edo, Gombe, Imo, Jigawa, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Kogi, Niger, Rivers, Plateau, Sokoto, and Zamfara. Kidnappings remain a security concern throughout the country. In an intimate interview with Channels TV, Iara Oshiomole says her good luck in Edo State has been down to the support she has received from the women of Edo State. Her IDP Skills Training Program and We Care Trust Fund for orphanage homes in Edo State have been a huge success, but she admits more can be done. She confessed to having a small influence in the governor's change of fashion style, but the most surprising news of the interview came when she said this about Adam.
You know, what you see in the media is not it's not the same at home. When he comes at home, he's just a father, of course, he's a husband, and he doesn't take any political fights home. He's a very calm person.
Anytime you see him on TV, you know, saying, hey, let's do this for the country, let's do that for the country, and he comes back home, do you go like, was this the same man I saw on TV?
At home, he's a very, very calm person, very calm, and a loving husband. Maybe one day everybody will get to see that.
Last week, a federal high court in Abuja reaffirmed Senator Sharif as the chairman of the PDP and nullified the appointment of Senator McCarthy as the acting committee chairman. Justice Oko Abang, in the ruling, barred McCarthy-led caretaker committee from exercising any authority or taking any decisions on behalf of the PDP henceforth. The McCarthy-led committee has described the decision as objectionable and questionable, and have accused Justice Abang of deliberately engaging in acts to derail the country's democracy, given the fact that his court is not an appeal court that can set aside any kind of judgment. Edo Connect caught up with the chairman of Pastor Osagie Ezeyamu's support organization to see how these developments are affecting the momentum of the PDP campaign. Mr. Charles Omorodion, you're live on Edo Connect.
Judgments more or less denote that the McCarthy committee is illegal and that the Sharif committee is the authentic committee according to that recent judgment.
How should we interpret this?
The expectation is that that judgment will be set aside. The reason being, there have been a previous verdict from different high courts. They are court of equal status. One particular high court cannot overrule the decision reached by another high court because they're more or less of the same status. No one is higher than the other. It will have to go to the appeal, possibly will go as far as to the Supreme Court, and the judgment will be reached that probably will settle this once and for all.
What happens next? Do you think the election might be postponed? There's no time for all this court, Supreme Court, appeal court. The election is in 4 weeks.
To some extent, it is. Some people are concerned because, in effect, if this goes on, it would affect the way election is conducted on the 10th. However, the INEC have categorically stated that they only recognize the candidacy as far as the Edo State gubernatorial election for 2016 is concerned. We are hoping that remains the case. But the attitude of the Edo PDP towards this particular verdict is just to ignore it and continue as if nothing has happened, and continue their campaign and hoping that in due course the judgment will be set aside. Well, I'm quite positive that the September 10th will go ahead, but there are also other possibilities. One of the possibilities is that the election itself might be postponed. I think the INEC have come out loudly and clearly to state that that is not going to happen, that they are quite determined to go ahead with the election come 2016.
Coming up next is The Mood on Ground with Monique Okike.
Hi, welcome to The Mood on Ground with Monique, live from Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria, where we'll bring you live and direct on everything happening in Edo State. Right now, it's the election, so let's go check out what people have to say.
I advise on the woman by UPP. For my own, I think I would prefer Obaseki. Why I prefer Obaseki is that Obaseki is not a poor politician, and he doesn't have any scores to settle with any political godfathers or whoever.
Now, in the thing
he's a neutral person. So for the fact that he's not a core politician, he's going to be objective. And I see him as a technocrat.
Like 50-50. Because I'm not really, because like 8 years back, everybody knew that AC will overwhelm PDP. We all saw it, radical demonstration. Now, with on ground, what we are trying to see both sides is like 50-50 so far. I have not really way to one side. I think that's the way I look at it.
Like, if you want to ask people, opinion of people, they will tell you either PDP or APC. So me, I would love change. I want Pastor Aihie. Let's try him. We believe it can be better for Edo State. So we should change it. We should change.
I prefer Pastor Aihie because the APC are voted are not people change everything upside down. The farmer cannot afford to miss where it is. So you need because the government for all the masses.
Well, you heard it all. That's the mood on ground for this week. Stay cool.
Thank you, Monique. It's a close call, but Aihie is a shade on ground. As the saying goes, 24 hours is a long time in politics, and we still have a month. The most successful black African coach of all time, Stephen Keshi, also known as Skipo, was laid to rest on the 29th of July, 2016. There was a two-part burial in Edo State and Delta State. Stephen Keshi was a legend in African football. He was celebrated as the only Nigerian to win the African Cup of Nations as a player and a manager. He was also the first African to lead two countries to the World Cup, Nigeria and Togo. Keshi played in Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Belgium, and the USA. Here's what some of his colleagues had to say about the great man.
A leader, somebody who shoulder all the responsibility, somebody who is very, friendly to every player, whether you play regular or you don't play regular.
I've cried, but I don't think I'll shed tears anymore. Because in the first instance, yes, it hit us really hard, but we've come to terms now that it's real. This is the only way we can pay our last respect.
And now, the announcements. The Edo State Indigenous Club of London have a new president, Mr. Destiny Egodage. Edo Connect caught up with Mr. Egodage, where he spelled out the club's mission statement and what they'll be aiming to achieve under his leadership.
Edo State Indigenous was formed in the year 2011. The purpose is to help ourselves and to help the people back home. It's meant for youth empowerment and sport development. We help orphanage and we help the less privileged at home. That's what Edo State Indigenous stand for. Before this time, we've gone to Edo with help Rosanye orphanage home in Benin City. We've tried our best to do what we can for mankind within the Edo State community. It's open to all indigenous of Edo State to come in from the age of 18 years and above, both male and female. Well, I've got my vision ready for my people, and I plan to expand the Edo State Indigenous Association, and also working on some projects here and back home.
Congratulations to Mr. Egodage. For more details on how to join this group, please visit the Facebook page of Edo State Indigenous. And that's it this week from us at Edo Connect. Till next time, stay blessed. Edo Connect is sponsored by It's All Glow.